and gentlemen, welcome back. This video tutorial is a request video made from a student who's trying to finish up Algebra 2 Goal 3. There were two very specific topics that he wanted me to cover, both dealing with arithmetic and geometric sequences. So, first things first, we're going to go with the easier of the two, identifying and writing a rule, because that gets us used to the formulas, and then we're going to get into dealing with arithmetic sequences specifically. Geometric sequences are on the DSA, but I do not recommend doing that topic. It's a nightmare for the trained math teacher to learn it, so you can imagine what it's like for a student. So, first things first, to know which is which. It is an arithmetic sequence if you are adding and subtracting. It is geometric if you are multiplying or dividing. Those are the things that you want to keep in mind. So if I'm looking at this and I'm tracing my jumps, 5 to 9 is a jump of 4, 9 to 3 is a jump of 4, so we're constantly adding 4, which means this is arithmetic. 4 times 3 is 12, times 3 is 36, so this is geometric. The question then becomes is, what does the formula look like? And the formula is actually, for once, nominally straightforward. You're going to take your first term, you're going to take your jump, so in this case, like I said, we were jumping by 4, and then you're going to have n minus 1. So this part here, the n minus 1, that will change in the next topic that we cover, but that's your basic rule of thumb. Here, it's the exact same thing. You're going to take your starting number, you are going to take your jump, and this time, since it's goal 3, and we need to remember we're dealing exponents, it's to the power of n minus 1. That's going to be your answers for the formulas. So if we go through one more, this one we're going up 4 again. So this is going to be geometric, and we're starting this time at negative 8 plus 4, parentheses, n minus 1. Computer, keep up with me. Next up here, this is a tricky one, and it took me a while to find a screen grab of this. This one, we are dividing by 3, dividing by 3. Writing that, I found for some kids find that a little bit frustrating. Your first term is 18, that part is fine, but since we're dividing it, we write it as 1/3. There's another one where your signs flip from over to over, but I'll get to that in a second, so this will be to the power of n minus 1. There, that's all finished. Let's take this and just make a little bit of change. Let's say it's negative 18, then it's positive 6, then it's negative 2, ... It's going to be the exact same thing. You have your negative 18, you have your 1/3 to the n minus 1. The thing is that the signs are flipping, and what do you do to take that into account? You slap a negative. So just keep an eye out for that if you see that in any of the topics that you're doing. Now for the fun stuff. I cannot tell you how many times I have taught this particular topic, because it is a bit of a brain job. So let's see here, and that didn't work the way I wanted it to. There we go. We're going to make a list. This is more than anything else a trial by organization. You have to keep yourself organized. So A subscript 71 is 189. Let's see here. A subscript 5 is negative 9. So I want to make sure we know which is which. So we're going to call this term, and we're going to call this is equal to. We'll say that this is the value. So it has the value of 189 or whatever. Then, next thing, we have a formula. Here's the mess. A to the n equals A to the m. Computer. Oh, Lord, it's going to be that kind of day, isn't it? Give me a second. All right, I think I have the lag back under control. So, since this is a trial of organization, we have to know which is which. So, your A's, those are going to be your values. This little n and m here, those are going to be our terms. That's what we want to keep in mind for which is which. The only thing left after this is to look over here and decide which one is my n and which one is my m. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo, that's my n, and this is my m. Now that I have everything labeled and filled in, I can start putting it into this formula. So a to the n, that's N value is 189 equals a to the m. So m value is negative 9 plus d. That's part 1. We have to find that. Term of n. Term of n is 71 minus 5. Okay. From here, this is a little bit more basic. We're back in comfortable territory because we know how to do our algebra. So let's see here. That is brush tool. Yes, I know brush tool. Computer. Let's try this again. 189 equals negative 9 plus what's 71 minus 5, 66d. Okay, then it's a two-step, so add 9. And I didn't give myself enough room even though I tried. So 189 plus 9 is 198. So 198 equals 66d. Divide by 66. Divide by 66. At least that's easy to do in my head. D equals 3. All right. Is that what they're asking for? Nope. We're looking for A29. That's what we're trying to fill in. So now we have to go through all of this again. But because we have now one of our terms we don't need to worry about. So instead, this now is going to take place of my n. So a subscript 29 equals, and then the rest of it susses out. So value of m is negative 9 plus 3, because we just went through the effort of finding that. Term of n is 29 minus term of m, which is 5. And this is all basic arithmetic after that. So let's see here. Plus 3 times what is 29 minus 5? 24. Okay. And then what's 3 times 24? 60, 72. And what is 72 minus 9? Computer catch up. 72 minus 9 is 63, and that's going to be our answer. All right, let's see what more I can do to fix the lag here. I'm running out of programs to close to try to optimize this. All right, so now we have a new set. So we're going to have our terms, and that didn't work at all. We're going to have our values, which is going to be over here. Okay. So now which is going to be which? Let's see here. A sub 38 is 174. And then A sub, what is it? 73rd equals 314. And we're looking eventually for A sub 7, but we're not going to worry about that just yet. So then we have, scroll up just a little bit. So we have a to the n equals a to the m plus d parentheses. Let's try this again. D parentheses n minus m. There we go. Okay, so values. So value of n. Oh, I haven't picked which is which. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's make that my n and that my m. It legitimately does not matter. That's why I'm saying eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It doesn't matter which is which. As a mathematician, I tend to make my bigger term my n, but because it doesn't matter, you're going to get the same number either way. You can do whatever you want. So value of n is 314. Value of m is 174 plus d, and then n is 73 minus 38, parentheses. Okay, next up we're going to simplify this. So 314 equals 174 plus, what's 73 minus 38? 40, 35. 35d, I think. And then we'll find out later when I actually inevitably pull out a calculator. Minus 174, minus 174. Let's see here. So that's going to be 140 equals 35d. Divide by 35. Divide by 35d equals, is it 7? No, it's 20. Let me double check. All right, so it's going to be 1/4t divided by 35 is, oh, 4. I wasn't even remotely close. That's embarrassing. So 4. All right, so now done with that. Here's our new n. So let's see what we have. We have value of n, which is a sub 7. That's kind of the whole point. And then it's going to be a value of m, which is 174 plus 4 parentheses, n, which is 7, minus m, which is 38. Okay, so a sub 7 equals 174 plus 4 times what? What is 7 minus 38? 31. All right, a sub 7 equals 174 minus 124. A sub 7 equals 50. Boom. So again, you can kind of see you have to organize, label all the things. Generally speaking, part 1 is going to be finding D, and then part 2 is finding your answer. Once in a while, I could not find it when I was looking to get a screen grab. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, they're very nice to you. And in the word problem, they tell you D equals something or other. So what happens when they do that is they are effectively completely negating the need for part 1. Because if they tell you D, there's no need to go through the effort of finding D. That's what makes life easier from there. But hopefully with 2 different examples, and look at all of that beautifully organized math, this will help you get through these 2 topics. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. If there are any other topics I don't have a video on, let me know. See you in the next one.